Welcome to the future of tattooing.
Star, see that out. Star, copies all, go ahead. Message to observer, Alpha 3 round, 18 delay in effect.
Hey everyone, welcome to this video, and today I'm ridiculously excited because we have the hugely anticipated universal battery as well as the universal battery dock by Critical. Now, just before we get into this video, guys, I want to say a massive thank you to Critical and to Barber DTS for providing me with this package for review. So in this video, I'm going to be covering a whole range of things. I'm going to be doing an unboxing so you can see exactly what you're going to get. I'm also going to be demonstrating how the batteries work, which machines they work on. I'm going to be covering prices, prices for individual batteries, prices for the docking station, prices for the whole bundle. I'm going to be providing you with links where you can buy these from. And then I'm going to be doing something which I'm pretty sure hasn't been done yet on a review video, so this is going to be a first. I'm actually going to bench test one of these batteries. Now, how I'm going to actually do this test is I'm going to give one of these batteries a completely full charge. Then I'm going to connect it to my Cheyenne pen machine. I'm going to load it with an 11 curved mag. I'm going to set the voltage to an average of 8 volts. And then I'm going to set a camera up to record time lapse. And then I'm just going to hit the record button. And I'm just going to let the machine run until the battery is completely depleted to see how long the batteries last, and just to see if these batteries really do live up to the claims. Now, the reason I think this test is particularly important is because whenever anybody talks about battery systems, one of the first things that people usually ask is, how long did they last? So I think this test is going to be really interesting to find that out. And finally, at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you my overall opinion of this new product. So sit back, guys, enjoy, and let's kick this off and go straight into the unboxing. So each universal battery comes straight out of the box with an official product card and user manual. Then we have a USB charging cable, and finally the universal battery. This particular one has a 3.5mm jack connection, which will suit a machine like a Cheyenne pen. But if your machine has an RCA connection, don't panic, because Critical also do a universal battery with an RCA connection as well. So now we look at the universal battery dock. The box consists of an extra long USB power cable, the actual docking station, and also a choice of UK or EU USB-C plugs, depending where in the world you live and what you require. So we know what's in the box, so now let's take a closer look at the specifics of the batteries and the universal dock. So first up, we have the 3.5mm connection universal battery. The connection of this particular one will suit a machine like a Cheyenne pen. The batteries are really compact and super lightweight, and they weigh in at just 2 ounces. The weight feels even less than this due to the design and shape making it perfectly balanced. The Critical core also gives you consistent and stable voltage output. The front of the battery consists of an intuitive interface, giving you the freedom of voltage range between 4 right up to 13 volts. Here we have the RCA connection universal battery, and it's exactly the same specs as the 3.5mm jack one, but these ones will run most branded RCA connection style machines. Now, these batteries take an average of 2 to 3 hours to fully charge from fully depleted. If you haven't got a docking station and you simply plug the small end of the cable into the battery and the other end into either a USB power outlet or a USB-C plug. Here we have the universal battery dock. It's compatible with both RCA and 3.5mm Critical universal batteries. There's 2 charging slots for the batteries. The base has magnetic mounting capabilities, which makes it ideal for keeping it secure in places, as well as really versatile as to where it can be mounted. And due to this design, the batteries will stay secure in most places at most angles, and the quick battery swap makes it possible to perform one-handed battery changes. As with the USB charging cables, the battery dock will also take only approximately 2 to 3 hours to fully charge a depleted battery. Now to set these up, you simply take the long USB cable it comes with, connect the small end to the back of the dock, and then you simply plug the USB cable into a power outlet, or you can connect the cable to a USB-C wall plug and plug it directly into a wall socket. So now we're going to take a look at exactly how these batteries work, and we're going to also hook them up to a few different machines just to see how they perform. Now the controls of the battery literally couldn't be more simple. There's 3 buttons situated on the interface: power, voltage up and voltage down. So to turn the battery on, you simply hold the power button for 3 seconds, then the critical logo will briefly appear before the main display appears. Now here we have how many volts the battery is actually set to, and also the battery charge level. To power up in increments, simply press the button on the right. You get a nice definite click, so there's no confusion if you pressed it or not, and the battery also beeps with every click. To lower the voltage in increments, you simply press the down button on the left hand side, and to cycle through the voltage faster, you can just press and hold the right button to go up, and press and hold the left button to quickly come down. Now to start the machine running, you just do a quick press of the power button and that's it started. This is also shown with a blinking indicator on the display to show that the machine is live. And to stop the machine, you simply click the power button again. To turn the battery off, you just hold the power button for 3 seconds and the battery completely shuts down. Now the really cool thing about these batteries is also the fact that they remember the voltage that you had it set to last before you turned it off. So if I turn this on again, you can see the voltage is the same as it was when I last had the battery on. First up, we have the Cheyenne Hawk pen. The universal battery simply attaches to the top of it and it clicks into place. So now I'm going to attach an 11 curved mag just to show you how effortlessly the universal battery powers the machine. There's also no delays from pressing the on button. As soon as you press the button, the machine goes. Another cool thing about these batteries is the fact that they'll run machines that require a kickstarting voltage with absolutely no other third-party devices needed. So now I'm going to show you the RCA connection battery as well. So this is a proton equalizer pen, and you can see it just clicks on perfect. There's no slackness or anything like that in the connection. It's just perfect every time, and it runs it flawlessly just like it did with the Cheyenne pen. Actually, this machine has got lights on it and you can see the batteries powering those as well. Also, a thing which I did notice is the fact that it just feels consistent. You've got this consistent voltage. Now, cheaper power supplies, you can actually feel them in your hand and they run irregular, up and down with the voltage, and there's fluctuations in it. With this, it's just a constant, nice, smooth voltage putting power into the machine, which obviously is going to reflect massively on your work when you're pulling lines or shading or whatever voltage you need to do the job in hand. And finally, this pen is a Mustang Vader with an RCA connection, and you can see, yet again, it just clips on there, absolutely no problems at all. What I also really like about these batteries as well is the fact that you can twist the top to have it literally in any position you like. So it's really down to you what position you have it in. Personally, for me, if I'm using these now, I'd have it facing me, because there's times when, you know, when you're switching between lining and shading voltages and then, you know, you're turning around looking at your power pack. With this, you can literally have the screen facing towards you, so it's in your eye line the whole time. And that might only sound like a little thing, but it's all these little things that add up and it makes your life just so much more easier. Again, just so well balanced, so comfortable. I defy any tattooist to try one of these and say it's not comfortable. It really, really is. It's almost a weird feeling that how flexible it is, because you're just so used to that power cable being there, and then all of a sudden the power cable's not there but your machine's running. And it's a bit of a weird sensation when you first start, but it's a good sensation. I did have my reservations as to how secure this would be, but I'm definitely pleased to say it's super secure and the connection fits perfect. Now, the second reservation I had about these batteries was, how was the battery going to actually affect the feel of the machine with the added weight connected to the top of it? Now, literally from the moment I felt how balanced and comfortable it was, I was sold. The batteries are just so light and well balanced. If anything, it seems to improve the comfort of holding the machine. This is most likely down to the fact that there's no longer a power cable attached to the top, which obviously causes some negative effects on the overall balance, but it's something that you just get used to having, that slight drag on your machine. But with the power cable removed from the equation, then added with the minimal 2-ounce balance weight, it's actually improved the feel and comfort and flexibility of the machine. It just feels so much more comfortable with the battery attached and the loss of the standard power cable. The section coming up is probably one of the parts in the video which you're most eager to see, that being the bench test. Here's what happened. Okay guys, so what we've got here is our stopwatch. I'm just putting my Shine Hawk pen tray down to hold the machine in place. I'm attaching an 11 curved mag. I chose quite a big needle for this because I really want to put the battery through its paces. I'm just attaching the battery to it now. I've got a slight piece of tape on the back of the battery, and that's purely to hold it in place so the vibrations of the machine don't make it spin round whilst we're doing the experiment. I'm checking my voltage one more time. You can see it's set to 8 volts. And then I pressed start on the timer and obviously start on the battery at the same time. Now, from there on in, I literally just left the machine running. It didn't stop, there were no breaks. So there's no confusion. If you look at the timer, the far left is hours, then minutes, then seconds, and then milliseconds. So the way the time lapse was set up, it was to record a photograph every 60 seconds. So that's why it's counting up so quick like that in minutes. And you can see the battery there, it's gone to half. It's just dropped under half. We're in nearly 6 hours in now, just continuously running. It didn't drop in voltage at all. There were no differentials between sound. You can see it's starting to flash now at 7.5 hours, and it just kept giving, and that's where it finally depleted. 8 hours, 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Now, a lot of people, sometimes they ask when they talk about battery machines, and a question that they do ask is, does the machine start to slow down when the battery starts to decrease? And I can confirm it doesn't. It just kept giving a continuous, steady, even flow of power right until the battery turned off. Also, a little thing that I did note as well, when the battery gets to minimum and it starts flashing, the battery actually gives off a little beep noise. It's probably about every 60 seconds or something like that. And it's just like a little alarm basically to let you know your battery is gonna run out soon. But even when it did start beeping, I think there was about another half an hour left in it before it actually stopped altogether. To be honest guys, the results of that bench test just blew my mind. I mean, especially if you actually consider that a TATSoul machine doesn't often run continuously for that amount of time, whether it be intermittent stops or clients having a break. So if you factor in all these breaks as well, then this is going to drive up the lasting power of the batteries to even longer. So it's absolutely outstanding performance. I was genuinely impressed with that. So if you're completely sold and you want to know where you can purchase some of these and how much they cost, you can purchase these at Barber DTS, who are the official UK and European stockist of critical products. You can find them at barberdts.com, and I'll stick a link in the description below. If you click that, it'll take you straight to them. If you're over the other side of the pond and you're over in the States, you can purchase these direct from Critical at criticaltattoo.com. And again, I'll leave a description in the link below. So how much do these actually cost? Well, when it comes to price, you've got a couple of options. So in the UK, currently at Barber DTS, you can purchase a single battery with either the 3.5mm jack connection or the RCA connection, and these each will cost you £249.99 plus VAT. Or you can purchase the bundle, which is basically everything you've seen in this video today, and it includes 2 batteries with connections of your choice. So let's say you can have, for example, 2 3.5mm jack ones, or you can have 2 RCA ones, or you can have one of each. It also includes the charging cables, a choice of UK or EU USB plugs, and also the universal battery dock. Now this whole bundle costs £499 plus VAT, which is an absolute amazing deal, because if you buy the bundle, you're basically getting the dock completely free. So you can see now why the bundle is such a good deal, because you're essentially saving the price of the docking station, which with the VAT is going to save you £60. So now it's time for my personal thoughts and conclusion on the universal battery and universal dock. Now, one of the things that I always look for in a product is obviously something that's really well made, and this clearly is. But that aside, the thing that I always look for is something that can save precious time and make, your working day that little bit easier and more efficient. Now, removing the conventional power pack and clip cord from the equation definitely makes setting up and breaking down much faster, which is a huge plus point to owning one of these. The fact that you no longer need power cables not only massively reduces risk of cross-contamination, but also makes areas a lot easier to get to without the need to readjust your foot pedal, or sometimes you need to readjust, your power supply on your station. So I think these will be absolutely priceless at conventions when you usually struggle for space, and you're in a confined area. Once you've set up your inks in your station, you're literally just ready to go. Again, without the need of a foot pedal, a power supply, power cables. It's all that little less to pack when you're traveling. And it'd also massively benefit artists that do a lot of guest spots and a lot of traveling. Now, as for the price, if you consider what it actually costs for a decent power supply, power cable, foot pedal, and the fact that you can get all the benefits which I've just mentioned, and you can make your tattoo wireless for as little as $249.99, it's just an absolute steal, in my opinion anyway. And the bundle's brilliant for studio owners looking to upgrade and stay ahead of the game, as well as studio startups. Because if you consider this, let's say you've got 2 artists and then you need to buy setups for those 2 artists. You've got 2 quality power supplies that you need to buy. You've got 2 cables, 2 foot pedals. This is easily going to exceed the £499 plus VAT, which this complete bundle costs. And let's face it, guys, come on. Your studio's going to look super cool with all your artists using wireless machines. So to sum up, guys, I give the universal battery and the universal battery dock my official seal of approval. They're built to last. They're built to make your life as a tattooist just so much more easier and more efficient. I anticipate these are going to fly off the shelves, so don't forget to check out the links below if you want to get hold of one. Massive well done to Critical. I think as far as innovation goes, you guys have absolutely smashed it out of the ballpark with these. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts on Critical's universal batteries by dropping a comment in the section below. And also, if you already own one of these, let me know what you think of them. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you once again to Barber DTS and to Critical for providing me with this product for review today. Don't forget to stay up to date with all my latest videos by hitting the subscribe button. Check that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.